My child, when I cried out, "Father, Father, why have you forsaken me?" On the cross, I was expressing the depth of my human suffering and the feeling of abandonment that came with it. In that moment, I was bearing the weight of the sins of humanity, and the Father's presence seemed distant. It was not that the Father had truly forsaken me, but rather that I was experiencing the darkness and isolation that comes from being separated from God's presence. This was a consequence of taking upon myself the sins of humanity, which had created a chasm between God and humanity. By crying out in this way, I was identifying with the feelings of abandonment and despair that many people experience in their own lives. I was showing that even in the midst of great suffering and pain, it is possible to cry out to God and express our deepest emotions. My message is one of hope and redemption. Even in the darkest moments, God is still present, still loving, and still working to redeem and restore us. My cry on the cross was not a rejection of God's love, but rather an expression of my human weakness and vulnerability. When explaining this to people, you can help them understand that my message is not just about avoiding suffering or difficulty, but about embracing it as an opportunity to draw closer to God. It's about trusting in God's love and presence even when we can't feel it or see it. You can also help them see that my cry on the cross was a moment of profound intimacy with God, even in the midst of great pain. It shows that our struggles and doubts are not barriers to communion with God, but rather opportunities for deeper connection and understanding. Remember, my child, that my message is one of love, forgiveness, and redemption. It's a message that says no matter what we've done or where we've been, we are always loved by God and deserving of forgiveness and restoration.